Once upon a time, in the days when the earth was young, before there were cities, villages, or even the sounds of human voices, there lived the great Kintu, the first human. His story is told across many lands in Africa, from generation to generation, as a tale of resilience, adventure, and the deep connection between human beings and the natural world. This is the story of Kintu's magical journey, one that shaped the destiny of all humans to come. In the beginning, the world was vast and silent. There were no people, no animals, only the sky, the earth, the mountains, and the waters. The sun rose and set, and the moon followed in its glowing path, but there was no one to witness the beauty of creation. The gods, who watched over this new world, felt that something was missing. They longed for a creature who could live on the earth, cultivate the land, and give praise to the heavens. It was then that Katanda, the creator god, decided to send Kintu to the earth. Kintu was not born like ordinary men, for there were no other humans before him. He was created from the soil of the earth itself, his body molded by the hands of Katanda, and his spirit infused with the breath of life from the divine winds. When Kintu opened his eyes for the first time, he found himself standing on the rich, fertile soil of the land that would later be called Uganda. He was alone, but he was not afraid, for he had the strength of the earth in his bones and the wisdom of the gods in his heart. As he looked around, he marveled at the beauty of the world: towering mountains, lush forests, and sparkling rivers. But despite its beauty, the land was barren. There were no animals to roam the plains, no birds to sing in the trees, and no crops to feed him. For many days, Kintu wandered the earth, searching for food and companionship, but there was none to be found. The world was empty, and the loneliness weighed heavy on his soul. Kintu survived by drinking water from the rivers and eating wild roots he dug from the ground. Yet, he knew that this was not enough. He longed for more, a purpose, a meaning to his existence. One day, as Kintu sat by a river, pondering his fate, he was visited by a mystical cow. This was no ordinary cow. Its coat shone like the light of the moon, and its horns gleamed like polished ivory. The cow approached Kintu, and to his surprise, it spoke. "Greetings, Kintu," the cow said in a soft, melodic voice. "I am Nambi, the cow of life, sent by the gods to guide you on your journey. You are the first of your kind, but you are not meant to be alone. There are many wonders yet to be discovered, and the gods have great plans for you." Kintu, though astonished, felt a deep sense of peace in Nambi's presence. He stood and bowed respectfully. "I am honored by your presence, Nambi. Tell me, what must I do to fulfill the destiny the gods have set for me?" Nambi smiled and said, "Follow me, Kintu, and I will lead you to the heavens, where you will meet the gods. There, you will find the answers you seek." And so, Kintu set off on a magical journey with Nambi, the cow of life, as his guide. They traveled across the vast plains, over the mountains, and through dense forests. With each step, Kintu felt a deeper connection to the earth, as if the land itself was speaking to him, urging him forward. After many days of travel, they reached the base of a great mountain, its peak hidden in the clouds. Nambi turned to Kintu and said, "At the top of this mountain lies the kingdom of the gods. But be warned, the journey is perilous, and only those with a pure heart and a brave spirit can reach the summit." Kintu nodded, determined to complete his journey. Together with Nambi, he began the long climb up the mountain. The path was steep and treacherous, with sharp rocks and narrow ledges. Cold winds whipped around them, and at times, it seemed as though the mountain itself was trying to push them back. But Kintu pressed on, drawing strength from the earth beneath his feet and the sky above his head. At last, after what felt like an eternity, Kintu and Nambi reached the summit. Before them stood a magnificent palace, its walls shimmering like gold and its towers reaching high into the heavens. This was the home of Katanda and the other gods, the rulers of the universe. As Kintu approached the palace gates, They opened with a deep, rumbling sound, and Kintu was ushered inside. There, seated on a throne of light, was Katanda, the creator god, surrounded by the other gods and goddesses of the heavens. Their eyes were kind, and their presence filled the hall with warmth and light. Katanda spoke, his voice echoing like thunder. "Welcome, Kintu, the first of your kind. You have journeyed far, and you have proven yourself worthy to stand before us. But your journey is not yet complete. There is more you must do before the world can be filled with life." Kintu bowed deeply. "I am ready to serve, great Katanda. Tell me what I must do." Katanda nodded and gestured to the other gods. "Before you return to the earth, you must receive gifts from each of us. For these gifts will help you fulfill your destiny as the father of all humankind." The first god to step forward was Mukasa, the god of water. He held out a shimmering jug of water and said, "Take this gift, Kintu. Water is the source of all life. With it, you will nourish the land and make it fertile. It will quench your thirst and provide for your descendants." Kintu accepted the jug with gratitude, knowing the importance of water in sustaining life. Next, the goddess of the earth, Musoke, stepped forward. In her hands, she held a small, fertile seed. "This is my gift to you, Kintu," she said. "Plant this seed, and from it will grow food to sustain you and your people. The earth will provide for you, but you must treat it with respect and care." Kintu took the seed, understanding that the land would one day feed the many generations to come. The next to offer a gift was Kabuka, the god of war and protection. He handed Kintu a sturdy spear. "Take this spear, Kintu. It will protect you from harm and help you defend your people. But remember, strength and courage must be tempered with wisdom and compassion." Kintu nodded, grateful for the gift of protection, but mindful of the responsibility it carried. Finally, the last goddess, Nambi, who had guided Kintu on his journey, stepped forward once more. In her hands, she held a beautiful golden necklace, glowing with a radiant light. "This is the necklace of unity," she said. "Wear it, and it will remind you that no matter how far your people travel, they are all connected by the bonds of love, family, and community. It is your duty to guide them, to teach them, and to lead them with wisdom." Kintu accepted the necklace, knowing that the true strength of a people lay in their unity. With all the gifts in hand, Kintu was ready to return to the earth. But before he left, Katanda spoke one final time. "Go now, Kintu, and fill the earth with life. Teach your descendants to live in harmony with the land, the waters, and each other. Lead them with wisdom and courage, for they will look to you as their father and guide." And so, Kintu descended from the mountain, carrying with him the gifts of the gods. As he returned to the earth, the land around him began to change. Trees sprouted from the ground, rivers flowed with fresh water, and animals of all kinds appeared, roaming the plains and forests. The world was coming to life. Kintu planted the seed given to him by Musoke, and soon crops began to grow, providing him with food. He used the water from Mukasa's jug to nourish the land, ensuring that it remained fertile. With Kibuka's spear, he defended the land from wild beasts, and with Nambi's necklace, he united the animals and plants of the earth in harmony. But Kintu's journey was not yet complete. The gods had given him everything he needed to live, but he was still alone. One day, as he was walking through the forest, he heard a voice calling his name. He followed the sound and found a beautiful woman standing by a tree. Her name was Nambi, and she was the daughter of Katanda. She had been sent to join Kintu on the earth, to be his companion and help him fulfill his destiny. Together, Kintu and Nambi built the first home, and from their union came the first children, who would grow to become the ancestors of all the people of the earth. They taught their children the ways of the land, the importance of unity, and the value of wisdom and courage. And so, the earth was filled with life, as Kintu and Nambi's descendants spread across the land, living in harmony with nature and one another. The story of Kintu's magical journey, from the barren earth to the mountain of the gods and back, would be told for generations to come, reminding all of the importance of wisdom, courage, and the sacred bond between humans and the natural world.